Hello, doing some work on the Jeep today. I don't drive this much. I use it more around the farm, kind of like an ATV, but I thought I'd get it ready for winter. And I noticed a couple weeks ago I got some oil on the back of the brakes, the axle tubes, and I thought I'd check it out. So let me show you what's going on. And I got it on both sides. So decided to look all through it, and I think what I'm going to do is put it all back together and wait, because I've got a whole lot of play, and I can actually come out from the wheel. I can watch the pinion going back and in and out on the front of the housing. So, and I want to put one of those lockers in here. But unfortunately, on these old Dana 44s, it's not like a Chevy where you can get in here and put everything in without pulling it. You actually have to pull the whole carrier. So I'm going to get all the parts together and wait and just rebuild this whole rear end all at one time. On these old axles, they actually have, you have an inner seal that keeps the oil in the housing, and then you have an outer grease seal, and you have your bearings in here. Your actual outer bearings are not from they don't get lubricated from the oil. Like right here, that's a grease fitting, and you have grease fittings around this that you grease it. And I actually think why it's leaking is last time I greased them, I think I put too much grease in and pushed it out. And another reason is I live on a hill, and I really don't have anything level except for inside my shop, which is packed full of stuff. And me not thinking about it, I didn't park it like facing uphill or downhill. I had it parked sideways. So even though oil level when full only comes to right about here, but being parked cockeyed like that, and let it run out. Of course, when I parked it the other way and let it set for 2 or 3 weeks without moving it, it's going to the other side. And the front pinion seal's leaking a little bit. So I think I'm going to put all this back together and just keep an eye on it and wait till I get all my parts, the locker and the whole rebuild kit. Of course, I got so many projects that might be next spring. But anyway, we'll put all this back together, and then I gotta fix the oil gauge where the lines going to the engine is leaking pretty bad. And then new seals on the front axles, which ain't that hard. They're, I don't know if you can see them up there. They just unbolt from the outside, replace them. But I'm gonna get all that fixed, and then I need to clean it out pretty bad. This is kind of my, I don't know, project vehicle. When I cut wood, everything I throw everything in the back of it, and then I always end up just taking the saws out and leaving everything else in there, and then it gets built up over time. So I'm gonna put all this back together, and maybe one day I'll make a video on putting this all back up. Sorry about the camera, but it's my phone.